Very often for me, the starting point of a professional doing well in their career is the burning desire to do well. Okay, unless if you want to succeed, you need to have the burning desire to win or the burning desire to succeed. If you don't have that particular burning desire to succeed, I think it is almost impossible for you to really be a breakout success as far as your career is concerned. Now, what do I mean by burning desire to do well? You see, the example that I'm going to give are from the world of cricket, since I'm such a big fan. But anybody that's watched cricket would know that when you see a Virat Kohli, when you see him getting out, there's always that burning desire to do well. So even if he scored a century and he gets out, he's so irritated, he's so frustrated with himself. When you see him batting, especially during crucial matches, you will see that the levels of concentration really show that he's again has this burning desire to do well in his career. But the same thing was true of Sachin Tendulkar. Of course, I don't know whether this story is true or whether it's just folklore. But of course, Sachin Tendulkar has said this on one of his interviews. He said that the only people I don't mind losing to are my two children. Anybody else, irrespective of what I do, I always want to win. So again, that burning desire to win, burning desire to do well. And Sidhu, again, I don't know whether this is true, but Sidhu often shares the story of how Tendulkar and him were playing table tennis once, and Sidhu happened to win that particular match. So of course Sidhu in his style really rejoiced that particular moment, and then Tendulkar apparently went back. He practiced for another hour and so went and called Sidhu back, and Sidhu said, "Ab main nahi aa raha hu. At least one thing in my life I can tell my children and family that I could beat Tendulkar, because in anything else it seems like an impossibility." And so I love this little anecdote, I love this little story about that kind of burning desire to win, irrespective of what they're doing. Now, why is this particular burning desire so important? If you want to be a breakout success in your career, the burning desire is very important, because doing well is so damn tough. It's a lot of hard work. You'd have to be relentless and persistent while doing it. You're going to face a lot of frustrations, a lot of setbacks, a lot of failures in the whole process of doing really well. So unless you're willing to put that hard work and willing to go through the rest, you're never really going to do well. And for that, you need to have the burning desire to do well. Of course, the burning desire to do well is just the starting point of victory. So a lot of people may want to do well, a lot of people even may have the burning desire to do well. But that's not enough, that's just the starting point. So as we go along, I'll share a lot more things from my experience, from my reading, from my talking to people as to what are the elements that really play a big role in a professional succeeding in his career. And first, as we go along, we'll define what succeeding actually means, at least in our context, because I'm not talking about people becoming billionaires and millionaires. No, that's not what I'm talking about. I'm just talking about a person really doing well in his career, being at the top of his game in his career. If you have some kind of appraisal system where you're always the top person on your appraisal system within your particular department, so just very realistic measures of doing well in their career. Okay, so we're going to talk more about that as we go along, but the thing to take back is burning desire to do well is the starting point of doing well. Okay, thank you very much.